Welcome to Bright Star. Today, we're diving into the 24th century with Star Trek Deep Space Nine, the groundbreaking sci-fi series that expanded the Star Trek universe. Join Captain Benjamin Sisko, Major Kira Nerys, and their diverse crew as they navigate the challenges of life on a space station near a strategic wormhole. From intense battles with the Dominion to exploring complex themes of identity, loyalty, and sacrifice, Deep Space Nine offers a captivating journey that fans cherish to this day. Relive the series' most unforgettable moments, explore fascinating behind-the-scenes stories, and see where the cast is now. Subscribe for more updates on the sci-fi classics you love. Nicole Debor played Lieutenant Ezri Dax. Nicole Debor's portrayal of Lieutenant Ezri Dax brought a fresh and nuanced perspective to the role of a Trill joined with the Dax symbiont. Taking over after the departure of Jadzia Dax, played by Terry Farrell, Ezri is a character who struggles with the sudden and unexpected joining, navigating her new identity and the memories of past hosts. Debor infused Ezri with a sense of vulnerability, warmth, and resilience, making her a relatable character as she adjusted to her new role on the space station. Her relationships with the crew, particularly with Worf, Michael Dorne, and Dr. Julian Bashir, Alexander Siddig, provided continuity and emotional depth as Ezri sought to honor the legacy of her previous hosts while forging her own path. Birth date: December the 20th, 1970. Current age: Nicole Debor is currently 53 years old. She continues to work in television and film and is a regular guest at Star Trek conventions, where she connects with fans and reflects on her role as Ezri Dax. In addition to her work on Deep Space Nine, Debor is known for her role on The Dead Zone, where she starred alongside Anthony Michael Hall. She has appeared in numerous science fiction and horror films, including the cult classic Cube, showcasing her versatility and appeal within genre television and film. Debor began her career as a child actress in Canada, appearing in commercials and small television roles. Her breakout role came with the science fiction horror film Cube, which earned her recognition and paved the way for her to join Star Trek Deep Space Nine in its final season as Ezri Dax. Born in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, Debor has pursued acting from a young age, gaining experience in Canadian television before moving into American productions. Debor has one daughter and has managed to balance her acting career with family life. She remains private about her personal life, but is known for her dedication to her craft and her strong connection to her Canadian roots. Nicole Debor was initially a fan of Star Trek before being cast as Ezri Dax, making her transition into the role especially meaningful to her. She is a longtime vegetarian and has advocated for animal rights, often speaking about the importance of ethical treatment of animals. Siddig Fadil played Dr. Julian Bashir. Siddig Fadil, professionally known as Alexander Siddig, portrayed Dr. Julian Bashir with youthful enthusiasm, intellect, and moral integrity. Initially a naive and idealistic young doctor, Dr. Bashir evolves over the series into a complex and resilient leader. Siddig's portrayal of this character development resonated with fans. His chemistry with co-stars, especially Nana Visitor as Kira Nerys and Andrew Robinson as Garak, added emotional depth and intrigue, making Bashir a beloved character in the Star Trek universe. Birth date: November 21st, 1965. Current age: Alexander Siddig is currently 58 years old. He remains active in the entertainment industry, with recent roles across television and film that showcase his range and versatility. Beyond Deep Space Nine, Siddig has established a successful career in film and television, often portraying characters that emphasize his versatility and global appeal. His work includes historical dramas, thrillers, and fantasy epics, making him a recognizable figure in multiple genres and on both sides of the Atlantic. Siddig studied at the London Academy of Music and Dramatic Art, LAMDA, and initially pursued theatre before moving into television. His role as Dr. Julian Bashir was his first major television role, and it quickly established him as a prominent actor in the science fiction community. Born in Sudan and raised in the United Kingdom, Siddig has a diverse cultural background that enriches his perspective as an actor. He is the nephew of iconic actor Malcolm McDowell, which gave him an early connection to the world of cinema. Siddig was married to his Deep Space Nine co-star Nana Visitor, and they have one son together. He has spoken about the significance of family and the importance of maintaining his personal and professional balance. Despite the challenges of fame, he maintains strong ties to his heritage and his role as a father. Siddig initially auditioned for the role of Captain Sisko on Deep Space Nine, but was later cast as Dr. Bashir, which allowed him to bring his unique perspective and charisma to the character. He was credited as Siddig El Fadil during the early seasons of Deep Space Nine, but later changed his stage name to Alexander Siddig for ease of recognition. In addition to acting, Siddig is an accomplished director, having directed several episodes of Deep Space Nine, further showcasing his talents beyond acting. René Auberjonois played Odo. René Auberjonois' portrayal of Odo is celebrated for its depth, making Odo one of the most memorable characters in the Star Trek universe. As a shape-shifting chief of security, Odo grapples with issues of identity, loyalty, and belonging. Auberjonois infused Odo with stoicism and vulnerability, creating an enigmatic yet endearing character. His relationships with Quark, Armin Shimerman, and Major Kira, Nana Visitor, added intrigue and emotional resonance. Auberjonois' performance highlighted Odo's internal struggles, making the character both relatable and iconic. Birth date, June 1st, 1940. Date of passing, René Auberjonois passed away on December 8, 2019, at the age of 79. He left a lasting legacy as a beloved character actor in both television and film. René Auberjonois had a prolific career in theatre, film and television, earning acclaim for his versatility and distinctive voice. He was a founding member of the American Conservatory Theatre and a Tony Award winner, demonstrating his remarkable range and dedication to his craft. Auberjonois started his career in theatre, where he quickly made a name for himself with his dynamic performances. He won a Tony Award for his role in Coco and continued to work on Broadway before transitioning to film and television. His role as Odo on Deep Space Nine became one of his most recognizable and beloved characters, showcasing his ability to bring depth to even the most unconventional roles. Born in New York City, Auberjonois grew up in a family with strong ties to the arts. He studied at Carnegie Mellon University and began his career on stage, which laid the foundation for his expansive and successful career in entertainment. Auberjonois was married to his wife Judith for over 50 years, and they had 2 children. He was known for his warmth, humor, and dedication to his family, and his legacy is carried on by his children and grandchildren. He was also deeply engaged with fans and often attended conventions, where he was beloved for his openness and storytelling. René Auberjonois was nominated for several awards throughout his career, including Emmy Awards for his role on Benson. He also received a Tony Award for Best Featured Actor in a Musical for his work in Coco. Auberjonois' contributions to science fiction were recognized with various accolades from the Star Trek community, and his impact on theatre, film, and television endures. René Auberjonois was a master of voice work and lent his voice to numerous animated characters, including Chef Louis in The Little Mermaid and various roles in Avatar: The Last Airbender. He was an accomplished painter and frequently auctioned off his work for charity, showcasing his artistic talents beyond acting. Armin Shimerman played Quark. Armin Shimerman's portrayal of Quark is praised for its wit, charm, and depth. As the Ferengi bartender and businessman, Quark serves as both comic relief and a nuanced character exploring themes of greed, morality, and loyalty. Shimerman skillfully balanced Quark's love for profit with warmth and compassion, especially in his relationships with his brother Rom and nephew Nog. His interactions with Odo, René Auberjonois, added complexity, blending humor with profound moments. Shimerman's portrayal made Quark a beloved character in the Star Trek franchise. Birth date, November 5th, 1949. Current age. Armin Shimerman is currently 74 years old. He continues to be active in the entertainment industry, both in front of the camera and as a voice actor, and remains a fan favorite at Star Trek conventions. In addition to his role on Deep Space Nine, Shimerman has appeared in numerous television series, films, and video games, often lending his distinctive voice to animated and gaming characters. His work in Buffy the Vampire Slayer and as Dr. Nefarious in Ratchet and Clank showcased his versatility and talent for playing quirky, memorable characters. Shimerman started his career on stage before moving into television. He initially took on various guest roles in shows such as The A-Team and Hill Street Blues, but his role as Quark on Deep Space Nine marked his breakthrough, cementing his status as a prominent character actor in science fiction and fantasy. Born in Lakewood, New Jersey, and raised in Los Angeles, Shimerman attended the University of California, Los Angeles, where he studied acting. He is married to actress Kitty Swink, who also appeared on Deep Space Nine. Shimerman and Swink have been married for over 40 years and are known for their support of charitable causes, particularly in the fight against pancreatic cancer. Despite his busy career, Shimerman has maintained a strong commitment to his family and advocacy work. Armin Shimerman is an accomplished writer and has co-authored several science fiction novels, including books set in the Star Trek universe. He initially appeared as a Ferengi on Star Trek: The Next Generation before being cast as Quark, allowing him to help shape the Ferengi culture and its depiction in the franchise. Shimerman has taught Shakespearean literature and acting at various institutions, sharing his passion for the arts and his extensive knowledge of classical theatre with students. Michael Dorne played Lieutenant Commander Worf. Michael Dorne's portrayal of Lieutenant Commander Worf is celebrated for defining an iconic character. As the first Klingon in Starfleet, Worf struggles with his warrior heritage while upholding Starfleet ideals. Dorne brought stoic intensity to Worf, exploring themes of honor, family, and duty. His portrayal highlighted Worf's internal conflicts and growth, endearing him to fans as a symbol of strength and loyalty. His interactions with Captain Picard, Patrick Stewart, and Jadzia Dax, Terry Farrell, revealed both his fierce loyalty and vulnerability. Birth date: December 9th, 1952. Current age: Michael Dorne is currently 71 years old. He remains active in the entertainment industry and continues to participate in Star Trek conventions, embracing his lasting connection with the fans and the legacy of his character. In addition to his role as Worf, Dorne has appeared in numerous television shows, films, and video games. His rich, distinctive voice has made him a popular choice for voice acting, and he has lent his voice to various animated series and video game characters. Dorne holds the record for playing the same character, Worf, across more episodes and films than any other Star Trek character, reflecting the enduring popularity and impact of his portrayal. Dorne began his acting career with small roles on television and quickly transitioned to more significant parts, including his recurring role as Officer Jebediah Turner on Chips. His role as Worf on Star Trek: The Next Generation was his breakthrough, establishing him as a beloved figure in the science fiction community. Born in Luling, Texas, and raised in Pasadena, California, Dorne studied radio and television production before pursuing a career in acting. He is a licensed pilot and has a passion for aviation, owning and flying several aircraft. Michael Dorne is a licensed pilot and has logged thousands of hours of flight time. He owns multiple aircraft, including a jet and a vintage warplane, and is an advocate for aviation safety. Dorne's portrayal of Worf set the record for the most episodes by a single character in the Star Trek franchise, appearing in 282 episodes across 2 series and 4 films. Dorne was initially only supposed to appear in a few episodes of Star Trek: The Next Generation, but the character's popularity led to him becoming a series regular, ultimately expanding Worf's story over multiple series and films. Terry Farrell played Lieutenant Jadzia Dax. Terry Farrell's portrayal of Lieutenant Jadzia Dax is praised for its unique blend of wisdom, wit, and warmth. As a Trill, Jadzia carries the memories of past hosts, making her both ancient and youthful. Farrell skillfully balanced this complexity, portraying Jadzia as both grounded and ethereal. Her relationships, particularly with Worf, Michael Dorne, and Captain Sisko, Avery Brooks, added emotional depth to the series. Jadzia's dual role as a science officer and warrior made her an inspiring and multifaceted character in the Star Trek universe. Birth date: November 19th, 1963. Current age: Terry Farrell is currently 60 years old. Although she stepped back from acting for a time, she remains a beloved figure within the Star Trek community, frequently attending conventions and interacting with fans. In addition to her role on Deep Space Nine, Farrell found success on the sitcom Becca, where she portrayed the character Reggie Costas alongside Ted Danson. Known for her comedic timing, she proved her versatility by transitioning between genres with ease, from science fiction to sitcoms. Farrell began her career as a model before transitioning to acting, securing small roles on television before her breakout as Jadzia Dax. Her background in modeling brought an initial public interest, but her talent and depth as an actress cemented her status in the industry. Born in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, Farrell moved to New York City in her late teens to pursue modeling. She studied acting with Stella Adler and Lee Strasberg, which prepared her for the complexities of a character like Jadzia. Farrell has been married twice and has one son. She took a break from acting to focus on family life and later returned to acting and public appearances, demonstrating her enduring connection to her fans and the Star Trek community. Farrell's exit from Deep Space Nine after 6 seasons was somewhat controversial, as she cited contract disputes as the reason for her departure. Her character's sudden departure shocked fans, and she has since spoken openly about her experiences on the show and her decision to leave. Despite this, she has maintained a positive relationship with the fan community. Terry Farrell's character Jadzia was one of the first openly bisexual characters in science fiction television, marking a significant milestone for LGBTQ+ representation on screen. Farrell returned to acting in 2017 after a long hiatus, reuniting with her Deep Space Nine co-stars at conventions and rekindling her connection with Star Trek fans. She is an accomplished photographer and often shares her work with fans, demonstrating her creative talents beyond acting. Avery Brooks played Captain Benjamin Sisko. Avery Brooks' portrayal of Captain Benjamin Sisko is celebrated for breaking new ground as the first African-American lead in the Star Trek franchise. His character, Sisko, is portrayed as a strong and introspective Starfleet captain, who is also a father, friend, and spiritual figure. Brooks's performance explored diverse aspects of leadership and morality, making Sisko a unique and compelling character. His chemistry with castmates, especially SRO Lofton and Nana Visitor, added emotional depth to the series, leaving a lasting impact on fans worldwide. Birth date, October 2nd, 1948. Current age. Avery Brooks is currently 76 years old. Though he has largely stepped back from on-screen roles, he continues to influence the world of acting and education through his work as a director and acting professor. Aside from his role as Captain Sisko, Brooks is also an accomplished stage actor and educator. He has appeared in numerous theatrical productions, particularly those centered on African-American history and literature, such as Paul Robeson, a one-man show that showcased his dedication to honoring Black heritage. Brooks began his career on stage, performing in Shakespearean plays and theatre productions that showcased his versatility. His powerful presence quickly earned him recognition, leading to his breakout television role as Hawk in Spencer for Hire, which established him as a dynamic force on the small screen. Born in Evansville, Indiana, and raised in Gary, Indiana, Brooks was strongly influenced by his heritage and the arts from a young age. He pursued acting at Rutgers University and later became a professor there, emphasizing the importance of cultural representation in the arts. Brooks has been married to his wife, Vicki Lenora Brooks, for over 4 decades, and they have 3 children. He has spoken about the significance of family, his roots, and his dedication to fostering a deep understanding of African American history in his work and personal life. Avery Brooks has received acclaim for both his television and stage work. He was nominated for the NAACP Image Award multiple times for his performance in Deep Space Nine and received various theatre awards for his portrayals of historical figures like Paul Robeson. His work remains a cornerstone in discussions about diversity and representation in science fiction and television. While Brooks has largely stayed out of the public eye, he has been open about his commitment to social justice and the importance of Black representation in media. He has used his platform to speak on racial issues and advocate for equality, both on and off the screen. Avery Brooks is a skilled jazz and opera singer, and his musical talents have occasionally been incorporated into his acting roles. He was one of the first black actors to portray a recurring lead role on a Star Trek series, marking a significant milestone in television history. Despite stepping away from the public eye in recent years, Brooks remains active in theatre and continues to inspire new generations of actors and fans. SRO Lofton played Jake Sisko. SRO Lofton's portrayal of Jake Sisko brought warmth, authenticity, and youthful curiosity to the series. As Captain Benjamin Sisko's son, Jake is the main child character, allowing Lofton to explore themes of growth, friendship, and family. His close relationships with his father, Avery Brooks, and best friend Nog, Aaron Eisenberg, added a unique family dynamic and showcased Jake as a bridge between civilian and Starfleet life. Lofton's performance captured Jake's journey from childhood to young adulthood. Birth date, August 7, 1978. Current age, SRO. Lofton is currently 46 years old, and although he has taken on fewer roles in recent years, he remains active in the Star Trek community, frequently appearing at conventions and engaging with fans. Beyond Deep Space Nine, Lofton appeared in the basketball-themed series The Hoop Life and made guest appearances on other television shows. He has also pursued projects outside of acting, including podcasting and other creative ventures. His work on Deep Space Nine remains his most prominent role, and he is known for his candid reflections on his experiences as a young actor on the show. Lofton began acting at a young age, landing the role of Jake Sisko when he was just 14. His performance on Deep Space Nine was praised for its naturalism, and he quickly became a fan favorite. The role allowed him to explore the experiences of a young person growing up in a unique and challenging environment. Born in Los Angeles, California, Lofton grew up in the entertainment industry, which helped him transition smoothly into his role on Deep Space Nine. He has spoken about the positive influence of his co-stars, particularly Avery Brooks, whom he considers a mentor and father figure. He has hosted a podcast called The Seventh Rule, where he discusses Deep Space Nine episodes, shares behind-the-scenes stories, and interviews other cast members and fans, further solidifying his connection to the Star Trek community. Nana Visitor played Major Kira Nerys. Nana Visitor's portrayal of Major Kira Nerys is celebrated for its powerful and nuanced depiction of a complex character. As a former resistance fighter and first officer of a space station, Kira is both fierce and compassionate, embodying resilience and moral integrity. Visitor brought depth to Kira's struggles with trauma, identity, and leadership, making her a multifaceted character. Her dynamic chemistry with co-stars, especially René Auberjonois as Odo and Alexander Siddig as Dr. Bashir, added emotional layers to Kira's journey as a Bajoran leader and spiritual figure, resonating with viewers. Birth date, July 26, 1957. Current age, Nana Visitor is currently 67 years old. She remains active in the entertainment industry, contributing her talents to various projects on television and in theatre. In addition to Deep Space Nine, Visitor has appeared in various television series and films. She is also an accomplished stage actress known for her work in musicals and plays. Visitor's versatility has allowed her to seamlessly transition between different genres and media. Visitor's early career began with theatre, where her background in dance and musical theatre gave her a strong foundation in performing arts. She first gained widespread attention with her role on the soap opera Ryan's Hope, which established her as a talented actress with a natural screen presence. Born in New York City, Nana Visitor grew up in a family deeply rooted in the performing arts. She trained in dance and music from an early age, which later influenced her stage career. Visitor has been married multiple times and has 2 sons. She has spoken about the challenges of balancing a demanding career with family life, especially while working on Deep Space Nine. She maintains close ties with her family and often shares her experiences with fans, reflecting on her journey both on and off screen. Visitor has largely stayed out of the public eye regarding controversies. However, her on-screen relationship with Alexander Siddig, who played Dr. Bashir, mirrored a real-life romance. The two were married for several years during the show's run and have a son together, which occasionally drew media attention. Nana Visitor's original last name is Tucker. She adopted the stage name Visitor to honour her mother, who performed under the same name. She did most of her own stunts on Deep Space Nine, showcasing her dedication to the role and her character's physicality. In addition to her role as Major Kira, Visitor has made guest appearances on other Star Trek series, becoming a fan favorite across the franchise.